Absolutely. It's always answering the so what and
Mhm.
really bringing that to life. We have a faster test, for instance. Right, of course we want it to be faster, but what is the consequence of that actual speed? And I'll use that example within the lab, but it is true across the board. Typically, a faster test in the lab, yes, that's going to be preferable, but what does that mean in practice? What does that actually mean higher up the chain? And who ultimately cares about that? So in practice, it might be a case of we can diagnose a infectious respiratory disease like influenza or COVID-19 quicker. Why does that matter? Well, the consequence of that is of course that it means that if you don't have that information, emergency rooms can't discharge patients onto the wards, which means that emergency rooms are absolutely jammed, which means ambulances are literally backing up around the street of a hospital and so on. And suddenly the whole sort of infrastructure comes to a grinding halt and so on. Now that is something that can be overcome by this substantial innovation. What we see is often there is a temptation with companies to really zero in the particular features and how they compare to their particular competitors that they're typically always having a shootout between maybe the same 3 or 4, whereas that's great, that's important, but the bigger prize is by going higher up that value chain and ultimately getting to your customer's customer, or say the hospital CEO, the health system CEO, potentially even someone in the health ministry and so on.